Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So, what's eating you? Well, we are less than a week away from voting in our next president, and I am looking at this, as you can see from the title, the psychological impact of the presidential election on the voters. This election has been, the leading up to this election has been really emotional for everyone on both sides. People are reacting to this election with such emotion, anxiety, anger. I'm really focusing more on the anxiety and anger, and what is the reason that many people are reacting to this election in this way. You can see, people fighting with each other on the internet. You can see just by how people may display their signage in their yards. I made a point of watching, kind of driving through my neighborhood, and neighbors are blatantly, definitely against each other as far as, are they voting for Trump or Biden? And one neighbor's sign is like this big, and then he puts this sign up, and then the neighbor's other sign. It is getting more and more ridiculous. But I want to talk about in this video the impact, the emotional impact that this election is having on people because of the divisiveness of it. So we're seeing family members who are not speaking to each other because one is a Trump supporter, the other member is a Biden supporter. We have husband and wives that are divided. Co-workers, friends. I've heard from so many people that they're not friends with someone anymore because of what their political choice is. And so the question is, every election, every 4 years, we vote in a new president, or we keep the president that we have, and they can be president for 2 terms. It's been this way since the beginning of the United States. And some years, from my memory and from what we can see through history, there's been, some divisiveness and people being upset about the election and potential president. But it's just something so different about this election. You would think, as a country, in our history in this country, that when we elected President Obama for 2 terms as the first black president, that the racism, if people were racist, that they were going to be against him being president. But as I recall, it was not that type of feeling. People weren't, that I can remember, and I'm sure there were some pockets of people who were protesting against him being president, but not in the masses and in the way that we see how racism is showing itself through this election, and how it is causing more of a division when it comes to choosing our next president. And so my suggestion is what we did years ago, and how people, years ago, you didn't discuss your choice as far as politics. Politics was something that was a private matter. I don't know if we need to go back to that, where people really just didn't talk about who they were going to vote for or not vote for. I think now with social media, people are more willing to talk about their choice of president or any election, because this is an important election. But honestly, all elections are important. And probably even more important to you are your local elections. And so when you vote for your local judge, your local senator or house rep, those are important also, probably more important, because those people are going to make decisions that really directly impact your life and what's going on in your environment. But if you are feeling the emotional hit that a lot of people are talking about as far as this election is concerned, I think the best way to manage yourself and manage your emotions is not to discuss. Yeah, so I would say limit your conversations with people about politics. Excuse me, especially if you are on opposite ends of the political arguments or whatever. If you're a Trump fan, then you may not want to get into a heated argument with someone who is voting for Biden, because this election will end, and chances are you're never going to have contact with either one of these people, Biden or Trump. So, but you will continue to have contact with your family, your friends, and your co-workers. And we all want to live in peace and in harmony. So, with that being said, don't allow this election to drive you into unstable relationships with people that are in your everyday life. That you're an adult, you can make your choice as to who you're going to vote for. And like I said, those local elections are very important, probably even more important than the presidential election. Make your vote, do your vote, respect whatever happens once this election is over, and let's all move forward with our lives. Not only do we have this, we are out here still trying to not get COVID and live through that whole situation. By the way, these lovely masks are available in my previous video. If you would like to win a mask, a Psychology Eats mask, watch my previous video, make a comment, and you could be picked for a Psychology Eats mask. So with that being said, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you.